Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We're going to put on our tech detective hats today to uncover the absolute most common form of artificial intelligence that is actively shaping our world right now. You know, we constantly hear this massive buzzword AI thrown around everywhere, in the news, in movies, all over the web. But what exactly is running our smartphones, our favorite apps, and our digital lives at this very second? Well, today, we are going to completely demystify this technology. We're going to figure out exactly what it is, and honestly, perhaps more importantly, exactly what it isn't.
All right, let's take a really quick look at today's syllabus. First, what is narrow AI? Second, spotting AI around you. Third, human versus machine intelligence. Fourth, AI in the modern workplace. And finally, your homework assignment.
So, Section 1. What is narrow AI?
Let's dive right into this first section. To kick off our lecture, we really need to establish exactly what we mean when we talk about the artificial intelligence that currently powers our tech. Narrow AI, which, by the way, scientists also refer to as weak AI, doesn't actually think independently like a human does, not even close. Instead, it focuses its hyper-specialized abilities entirely on one single area. It works by scooping up massive amounts of data, identifying patterns, following incredibly strict algorithms, and then making predictions based on all that data. It doesn't actually understand information the way you or I do. And listen, the term weak AI definitely doesn't mean it isn't incredibly powerful at what it does. It simply means its intelligence is strictly fenced in by its programmed boundaries.
Think of this whole concept kind of like a calculator. A calculator is absolutely brilliant, right? It can solve crazy complex equations in fractions of a second, way faster than our human brains ever could. But try asking your calculator to fry you an egg, or drive you to school, or write a creative story. You're going to go hungry, and you'll definitely be late. Why is that? Because of its strict task specificity. It's a lot like a highly trained athlete who's an Olympic-level swimmer but has literally zero idea how to fly an airplane. Narrow AI is an absolute master of its specific domain and absolutely nothing else.
Moving right along to Section 2, spotting AI around you.
Let's do a live exercise right now to spot narrow AI hiding right inside your pocket, because you might not even realize how often you interact with it. If you follow these 3 simple steps on your devices, you're going to be looking directly at narrow AI systems collecting data and running algorithms to make your life easier. Step 1. Just check your smartphone for face recognition. That system is specifically trained to map and detect the unique patterns of your face. Step 2. Pop open your email and just look at the spam folder. And Step 3. Open up YouTube, Netflix, or Spotify and take a look at your recommended content. Every single one of these everyday actions is powered by an algorithm that has studied huge chunks of data to predict an outcome just for you.
You are literally completely surrounded by these hyper-focused tools. Voice assistants like Siri or Alexa, they can answer your questions and set your alarms, but they can't truly think. Facial recognition keeps your phone secure. An AI spam filter works by studying literally millions of emails, learning the common patterns of junk mail, and predicting which incoming messages are suspicious. So it's effectively acting as a bouncer for your inbox. And your entertainment apps, they are constantly, relentlessly analyzing your viewing habits to predict exactly what you'll want to binge next. These are perfect real-world examples of how tools performing one specific job can do it remarkably well.
All right, Section 3, Human versus Machine Intelligence.
This brings us to a really critical junction in our lesson today, where we need to contrast this machine efficiency against our own human capabilities. It's super easy to look at a smart algorithm and think, wow, it's just as smart as a person. But when we contrast these capabilities side by side on this table, the differences are striking. Take a look. On the left side, humans can perform many varied tasks. We learn from messy, complex life experiences, we use deep emotions and raw creativity, and we adapt naturally to brand new situations. But on the right side, narrow AI performs just one task. It learns purely from structured data, it relies entirely on rigid algorithms and patterns, and it is highly limited the very second it steps outside its training. So it becomes incredibly clear that while AI relies strictly on data, human intelligence remains vastly broader, emotional, and uniquely adaptable.
I want you to pause for a second and really think about this question. Are there tasks where humans still perform better? Well, the answer is a massive, resounding yes. Because look, while a highly specialized AI might easily defeat a grandmaster at a game of chess, that exact same million-dollar chess AI absolutely cannot teach a high school history lesson, it cannot understand a sarcastic joke, and it certainly can't show empathy to a friend in need.
I really encourage you to debate this amongst yourselves.
Remembering that AI has these strict limitations and totally lacks human common sense is absolutely crucial for our digital future. Think about it. If a navigation system glitches out, do you still know how to read a map? If a spam filter gets way too aggressive, what kind of critically important communications might we miss? We have to remain actively engaged and aware of the systems we're relying on every day.
Let's move into Section 4, AI and the Modern Workplace.
Let's shift our focus over to the professional world and explore how this technology is fundamentally changing modern workplace roles right now. Specialization is exactly what helps AI become faster, more accurate, and more efficient across massive industries. By focusing on one specialized task instead of trying to do everything, narrow AI works continuously to process huge amounts of data and reduce human effort. In healthcare, for instance, it processes medical images faster than the human eye to detect diseases. In banking, it monitors millions of accounts simultaneously to flag unusual transactions and stop fraud in its tracks. In transportation, it's calculating the absolute fastest routes using real-time traffic data from thousands of drivers. And over in education, it helps create personalized learning platforms that naturally adapt to a student's unique pace.
However, here is the absolutely crucial takeaway from all of this. AI is a tool. It is not a replacement. I know a lot of people worry that AI will soon do everything humans can do, but these systems are simply powerful tools designed to be wielded by human creativity. They are not replacements for human leadership or human empathy. We remain absolutely vital, and we are completely responsible for designing these systems, controlling them, and making the key ethical decisions on how they are actually used in our society.
And finally, Section 5, your homework assignment. As we wrap up today's lecture, I have a practical application task for all of you to complete before our next session. Understanding narrow AI today is exactly what will prepare you for your future careers and your life in an increasingly digital world. So, for your homework assignment, I want you to go out into the real world, become tech detectives, and follow these 3 steps to document 5 specific AI tools in action. Step 1. Identify 5 examples of narrow AI that you personally observe or use. Step 2. Write down the specific, limited task that each tool performs. And Step 3. Explain exactly how that tool helps people in their daily lives. Oh, and if you want an optional challenge, try to explain the limitations of one of those systems as well.
I'm going to leave you with this final, powerful thought to ponder as you complete your assignment. It really reminds us all where the true strength of today's technology lies. Artificial intelligence becomes powerful not because it can do everything, but because it can do specific tasks extremely well. But as we hand over more and more of these specific tasks to machines, I want to leave you with this one question to chew on. What uniquely human skills will become our most valuable currency in the future? Thank you so much for joining today's Explainer class. Go tackle that homework, keep a sharp eye on the technology all around you, and I really look forward to seeing what you discover.